just want to say thank you so much for your leadership. I am so grateful for everything that you do for the organization and the movement. I always know that when I have any idea for how to make things better, I always know that you're there somehow, able to listen, even with everything else that you do. And it's so just kind of gratifying to see you able to just put these things into practice so quickly, and always trying to kind of better yourself and the organization. Just really grateful to know you, and I've been so inspired by how hardworking and organized you are, and I really think it's made me a better activist and person over the years. Can't say thank you enough.
Hey Almira, I want to thank you for doing an amazing job as lead organizer of DxE, and thank you so much for all of your dedication and for dedicating your life towards for animal liberation. I think that you're extremely intelligent, you have a calm demeanor, and you can stay calm and tranquil even in the face of difficulties, which is so important for a leader. You're optimistic, you're truly caring and loving towards humans and towards non-human animals. You're very well spoken and eloquent, and you're also full of positive energy. So thank you again so much for doing everything you do and for leading our network and for being such a strong force in animal liberation and helping to make that happen.
When I think about Almira being the lead organizer of DxE, it literally generates warm feelings inside of me. It makes me feel so happy to know that we have someone who's so, not just competent, but ever growing, ever learning. Like, you are always trying to make DxE more efficient, better in so many ways. And I mean, we all know that everybody aspires to be as efficient and as quick-witted as you are, Almira. And you know, over the years, we've had a lot of, we've gone through a lot together. And the thing that I appreciate about you being the lead organizer is you knew this was a difficult, you know, position to be in, but you made the most of it, and you are making the most of it. And I feel so lucky that DxE has someone like you. I honestly, I feel speechless because you're so determined, you're so bold, you're so courageous. And even when I make mistakes or do things that upset you, you still remind me, you know, how powerful I am. And you do that for so many other women. You do that for so many people in our chapter. And you just have a really level-headed, you know, yeah, you're level-headed, but you're also bold and courageous. And I think that sort of balance in people is really hard to find. So I just wanted to show how grateful I am for you. And I know that everybody in our chapter feels this way too. Love you.
Hey Almira, happy birthday. I am so glad you're the lead organizer. You've done such a tremendous job advocating for the animals, representing all of us in DxE. DxE was my baby, and I can't think of anyone better to leave my baby in the hands of than you. So the world is a better place because of the work you're doing. So many people are so appreciative of your tremendous sacrifices for the animals, your tremendous ability to get things done, and I'm just excited about the year to come. So again, happy birthday, and thanks so much for being you. Bye-bye.
Hey Almira. So I was asked to send you a video celebrating your first year as organizer of DxE. And, you know, having known you for about 6 years since we first met at the ALC, or not even the ALC, it wasn't even called the ALC at the time, the first DxE conference in 2014. You're also being celebrated by this fly that's flying around in my camera. I've come to learn that you are a very practical, pragmatic, logically driven person. There's the fly again. And, you know, I thought I could stand here and, you know, talk about all these wonderful qualities about you and how, you know, level-headed you are and how approachable you are, how welcoming you are, how organized you are, and how I feel like if there's anybody who has DxE's best interests in mind, or the community as a whole, or even the animal rights movement, you are definitely one of the top people that comes to my mind. And so I could talk about all those things, but instead I want to let you take something with you that's much more practical, that serves purposes for you. And so I know you've asked me, you know, what do you eat for breakfast, Ronnie? And I told you I eat smoothies, and I make my smoothies on a Sunday night, and I make them for Monday through Friday, so that I don't have to make breakfast any morning during the week. And so this is Sunday night, and I wanted to give you a little glimpse of my smoothie making process. So what we have here is we have our very, very practical, repurposed pasta sauce jars, all lined up, ready to go. We have our, see this is one batch of smoothies being made. We got some oatmeal here, it's protein powder mixed in, some oat cakes, trace zero sweet, some other parts, and apple, and there's nothing in that window.
Yo, so there are so many things that I could say about Almira, but to kind of keep it short and sweet, I'm just always so impressed by how generous you are with your time and how patient you are with others. So the first time we ever interacted, I had never met you before. I was living in Colombia and I sent you a WhatsApp asking for a place to stay. And even having never referred to the ALC, and even having never met me, you shared a lot of messages with me, resources, and got me a place to stay. And from that moment on, you've always just been, again, so giving and patient with your time. No matter how busy you are, you always have time for others. And I think it just speaks volumes about your character and how you prioritize your relationships with others and their interests over everything else. So again, I'm so inspired by the way you interact with folk. So grateful to have you in this movement. So yeah, thanks for all you do. I'm excited to be building power with you.
Hey Almira, congratulations on your first full year as lead organizer of DxE. You've done a great job this year leading DxE through so many tough situations, and as a result, DxE has had amazing results thanks to your leadership. So, thanks for all your hard work and dedication, and I'm excited to see everything we're going to do together over the next few years until we achieve animal liberation.
Hey Almira, I just want to say thank you so much for being such an awesome organizer and taking charge in this movement. One good memory that I have of you is just running into each other in ARC and always saying hi to me, always wanting to talk. That's pretty awesome, especially because I struggle with a lot of insecurity. So I really appreciate you always reaching out, being such an awesome person, always taking charge, and it's awesome just to see a woman up top and doing something that's always going to be changing the world. And we really appreciate you. Thank you for everything.
Hey Almira, I just want to let you know how appreciative I am for you, how grateful I am to have known you, and for all the amazing work that you've done this year and all the time in DxE in this community. You're so amazing and so important to this community. I'm so glad that we're friends. I'm so glad that we met. I'm so glad that we continue to work together and change the world for animals. And I'm so grateful to you and how resilient you've been through thick and thin. It's been such a wild ride, especially this year has been the ultimate challenge for all of us. And you've been so mature, so responsible, so on top of it. You're an inspiration to me, an inspiration to everybody. And I'm so grateful for you. There aren't even words to express how I feel. And yeah, it's just incredible, your capacity to get so much done and still care about people individually and personally. I don't want to add more pressure to you to be I have to fulfill all these expectations of myself. Everything you do is incredible. Everything you do is already perfect, just keep doing what you're doing. And just thank you so much for all your hard work and everything that you do. And yeah, and I love you, and I'm so glad that we're friends, and I hope we get to keep organizing and being friends for a long, long, long time.
Hey Almira, congratulations on 1 full year as Direct Action Everywhere's lead organizer. You've done a great job. I'm not surprised at all. It's been a wonderful experience working with you. I love having Wayne as LO, and things were great back then, but I really appreciate the way things have sort of transformed over this last year, and can't wait to see what you do moving forward. Thanks so much for being a great friend and organizer. Bye.
Hello, Almira. This is Curtis and Matt here. We are the Dingo Boys.
Dingo Boys,
yes.
yes.
The Dingo Boys, and we have something nice to say to you. Matt, do you want to?
Well, congratulations on making it through a full year here. I would put significant reduction in the amount of shootings per day.
Oh, yeah,
Rocky
really
start,
nice.
but that's really been a lot of progress in the right direction on that one, so that's very much appreciated. I think there's an uptick in time boxing. That's a little more boring, but we'll put that right up there. So yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you for all the organizing that you've done. I don't know you as well as Matt does, but I really appreciate your effort and your consistency, and I value your work, and I value our friendship. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Danny.
When we came to the Animal Rights Center for the first time, we were pretty nervous to be in a new place and with new people, but it took no time at all before we felt right at home because of your welcoming nature and the warmth we felt from you and from the whole DxE community. And ever since we've joined in the fight to end animal exploitation, we have the sense of pride in our lives that we didn't have before, and we owe that to you because you lead us in doing something about the things that we want to change.
I second that, and so do.
So do we. Oh. Thanks for being you. We love you, Almira.
Great job. Thank you for being such a courageous leader. Thank you for always being warm and welcoming with everything you have on your plate and everything you've been creating, and for animals and for people to make a difference for animals. And no matter how far someone wanders, you always find your way to be warm and welcoming and making the time for people. I really appreciate that about you. I love you. Happy 1 year anniversary. Thank you for all you do. You make a huge difference for animals.
Almira, you are such a wonderful person. You have just such a beautiful blend of mighty and approachable. Like every single time I'm around you, you just make me feel so welcome and a part of the community. And we don't even know each other very well, but sometimes I forget that just by the way you make me feel. And I know I'm not the only one. We are so incredibly lucky to have you as a leader in our community. I think people like you come along once in a blue moon. And the fact that you are one of the leaders in the fight for animal liberation just gives me such hope for all of it. So thank you so much for all that you do.
Thank you, Almira.
Thank you, Almira.
You guys didn't say that. Not as perfect. We got to roll with it. You're doing this in one shot. I am.
Yeah, Almira, so I really appreciate you as an organizer. I'm really happy that you're leading us. I really appreciate how honest you are and that you're not afraid to share your feelings. You're not afraid to look weak, and you're pretty honest. And by not being afraid of looking weak, you actually look very strong. And I'm really happy that you're leading us.
Thank you. I know that we haven't known each other that long, but you made me feel super welcome as part of DxE, and I really appreciate everything that you do.
Almira, I brought you to DxE. Just want to tell everyone that. That's really all I have to say. I've known you since Vancouver, so it's been a long time. It's been great. Cool, I'm gonna start the video. Oh shit. Ugh. Hopefully someone cuts it out.
I wrote something because I was afraid that I would forget what I want to say. I love Almira. The first time I met her, it was on the phone. I was having trouble buying a ticket online to my first forum, and she was so helpful. I couldn't make it work, but in the end she said, "Don't worry, Diana, I'll make sure you get in." I was in the protest working group with Almira, and she made it so fun. She was always joyful and humorous. When she left, it just wasn't as much fun. I really miss her in that group. Once I took Bart home from a protest in San Francisco. I had a seat, but it was very crowded. People were standing pressed together. I didn't recognize anyone. It was noisy, but I could hear a clear laughing voice somewhere, and I thought it sounded like Almira. When we got to the Embarcadero, most of the passengers got off, and in the clearing, I saw Almira holding court with a bunch of her admirers. I really enjoyed the rest of the ride to Berkeley with them. I think Almira has handled the first year of lead organizer so well and so gracefully. Thank you, Almira, for taking on this important challenge.
Hola. How quickly a year has gone by. Almira, I think you're so awesome. I remember the day that we spent outside Sacramento jail, and I kept saying every 20 minutes or every hour they'll be out, and I appreciated that day so much. Great bonding, great energy, and I appreciate all that you do. So excited to know that it's been a year already, and to see all the actions that have been put together has been amazing. So thank you for all your activism. Continue to look forward to all the actions coming up, and I hope you have the best day ever. Wholeness. Nos vemos.
Hi, Almira. Happy 1 year as our lead organizer. I love the time that you picked me to be the chapter member representative for the video, and you shot it. We're so fun and supportive, and I had such a fun time with you.
And I really love the time that you and Jake came over to our house. You were some of the last people to come over before the COVID shutdown. And it was so wonderful spending time with you guys and just getting to know you and seeing what wonderful people you are. So I'm so happy to be in this fight with you. Thank you.
One of my favorite things about Almira is anytime you're around her, you're guaranteed to laugh. Almira is one of the funniest people I know.
Hey Almira, congrats on being the lead organizer for DxE. You made it through a challenging year. From protesting at Farmer John's to running Aloha and making thousands of people take action this year. You're an amazing leader to DxE and an amazing person. I remember a time where we talked about our immigration status, and I can't believe that you're also a green card holder. I can't believe that you're risking arrest for animals. And honestly, you are truly very inspiring to me and everybody else in this community.
Hi Almira, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for always being there when I have any issues that are personal or questions. You're always there. I love everything about DxE. I love hanging out with you at the chalking. I love that you sent Cupcake even though it got stolen. I never saw it, but Almira, you did wonderful this year considering COVID and everything else that came with it. Thank you very much, Almira.
Thank you, Almira, for doing such a great job leading DxE, especially through such a challenging time. I really appreciate how approachable you are. I think that anytime I need advice, I can definitely count on you. And when I do need advice, I really appreciate how willing you are to give your honest thoughts and brainstorm creative solutions. So thank you so much for everything you do, and I can't wait to continue to be part of DxE with you leading the way.
Yeah, I really appreciate Almira's presentations at the Berkeley Animal Rights Center because she helped me to realize that farm animals are real and that their identities are important, that they deserve rights, and quick protections from people. Every animal has a face and a name and a story, and there's all the important messages that I learned that she's a really good person, and I'm glad that we met, and I'm glad that I spent time going to these meetings.
Hi Almira, happy anniversary of being DxE's lead organizer. There's so many great memories from this year. I remember pre-COVID, we had that protest in Berkeley where you were doing the speak out on top of a car at an intersection where we were blocking traffic. And I'm just constantly amazed by your passion. And also, you're the most organized person I know, so we're so lucky to have you to help keep us all on track and, getting our action items done. So, thank you so much.
Happy LO Day, Almira! Congratulations on a solid, successful year as DxE's head. You are a great head because you have a really good head on your shoulders and a really big brain, and you're always coming up with good ideas and guiding us in the right direction. I feel so lucky that I get to connect with you and have you as a mentor and a friend. And I feel so lucky for the animals that we're gonna do this with your leadership and with everyone in the chapter working together. So here's to another awesome year and interesting year, and I'm sure we'll have difficulties in the coming year too, but we're gonna do even more because we're getting better all the time.
Hi Almira, I asked for 15 minutes at the core meeting so that I could share an idea, but it was this video, which is already at 16 minutes, so I'm not gonna say much, but I wanted to tell you that I really appreciate everything that you do for DxE, for the animals, and for me. Like, you've helped me grow in so many ways. Like, I have so many examples from like making me obsessed with coffee to inspiring me to exercise more and to help me become a more organized person, to like being there for me every single time that I have like a mental breakdown. And I just don't know how you do it. Like, you're so busy, but you still make the time to be there for people, and you're just one of those people who really impact the lives around you. And I really appreciate you, and I love you, and I'm so happy that you are our lead organizer and my friend.